What's going on, guys? I had to start over. Went through a sneezing fit. And, yeah, you guys didn't need to hear that. Crossed over into the U.S. Happy early Memorial Day to all my American friends and compadres in the community. And whoever is watching this in the interweb world. Picked up a, things are really blurry on that. Picked up an allotment from B. Roth and Garrett, card cutter. Garrett mentioned that he tried his hand at some SGC grading. He didn't feel he did too well. And I said, I will buy them for inventory for my shows that I'm doing. We came to an agreement and picked up some stuff from B. Roth. So let's start with Garrett's 1965 Topps Al Kaline. Came back authentic. And there might be some trimming because it looks pretty damn perfect in my eyes. And maybe it is. That's okay. Works for me. Move that. Also, a 1959 Don Drysdale in an SGC 3.5. From 1956, we have Mr. Nellie Fox of your Chicago White Sox. Also, from 1956, we have this Roy Campanella in a 2.5. A little scratching on his hat there. I mean, I think it looks great for a 2.5. I mean, there's a little, it's like someone put a cigarette out or something on there. But for a 2.5, like, come on. That's a great looking card. Some of these I may have a hard time moving because I am kind of tied to them. What else do we get? Mr. Bobby Lane, Detroit star and friend of JT, Triple Crown 24. That was a 1.5. And Broadway Joe. I've already given one of these to my boy in I think it's a PSA 6. He got it. So I'll probably move this. Stuff like that moves well at shows, name guys. So that's what I got from Garrett. Now from B. Roth, picked up this beautiful 1966 Sandy Koufax in a SGC 4.5. Also picked up a Harmon Killebrew rookie in a 3.5. That's a pretty sweet card too. That might be one that's just hanging around. And this one is definitely hanging around. Mr. Tom Landry from the 1952 Bowman Large. For those of you who don't collect football, and I am still learning, courtesy of Terry over at TJ Maxx Vintage Cards. This is, I believe, his rookie. There's a large version and a small. And Terry may jump on and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's his rookie. And it's only in a 1.5. And but you know what? I think it presents really well. And then I picked up another couple of beauties from B. Roth. I'm going to send this one in for grading. 1957 Paul Hornung rookie card. Probably will grade pretty low, a 2 or a 3, but still, nonetheless, a good deal I could not pass up. Also, for my next signing, I picked up this raw Carl Yastrzemski that will be signed. I was talking to Garrett about it. I think I've got about 5 or 6 of his Topps base cards autographed, and I think the next project I want to do is get a bunch of his raw stuff get them signed through Dick Gordon Sports in Maryland. And then the next card was really cool, really creased, but it's Eddie Seacock. You can see the crease running right down the middle of his face, but T205s are pretty cool cards. And it is a Boston Red Sox card. So, I'm just going to keep that sweet cap back. I'm just going to keep that. And if it comes back authentic or a 1, that's fine. But Brian and I worked out a great deal where we're both happy. That's all I got. And, it's something I wanted to mention. I noticed on Dave Blue Jacket 66 last giveaway video, he talked about discussions that he wanted to have involving do a video about buy the card, not the grade. And I've said this for a long time. I've said this amongst my group of friends when we chat and that. And I said, and Dave said this, and I'm glad to hear someone of Dave's expertise say it as well, because it's always backed up what I said. And that is this. If you're buying the card, not the grade, then this is all that should matter. Okay? If you are buying the card and not the grade, if you get that graded and it came back inauthentic, or you just had it in a top loader and all you wanted was the card, what would you prefer? I tend to agree with Dave that people don't buy the card, not the grade. I think everyone puts the grade in mind, because who are we kidding? We would just, if you wanted just the card, you would buy everything raw. And if if the argument came up, well, what if it's a reprint, well, it's fake? Well, then you would buy PSA 1s, like you would buy this. This would be okay. You're buying the card, not the grade. So it doesn't matter that it's 1.5. Shouldn't matter if you just want the card. I think everyone collects within their stature of finances. That being, some people have a bigger budget to spend on cards. I know people in this hobby that drop way more money. They buy big boy cards. And when they buy, there's some examples, and you can watch on YouTube, guys. Those cards that they're showing off are thousands of dollars. And for someone like me, I'm okay with graded. I'm okay with some raw because I want to get it autographed. Like, for all I know, that could be trimmed. It could be a reprint. It could be, I doubt it is. But, I'm getting this because I want to get it autographed. I'm also getting this because I think it's cool. And I will get that slab just because I prefer it to be in a slab. I want it for my collection to show that it's authentic. Even if it comes back an A or an SGC1, I'm okay with it. I don't care. I'll pay the $25 through JT's grading services just so that I have peace of mind that I know it's the legit thing. For my collection, do I want something better than this? 100%. But for this price that Brian gave me, something that I don't have, I'm going to take that for sure. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't if it's their team and it's, a connection back? Not a connection to the time, but, something that's, over 100 years old. It should be beat to rat shit like this. It shouldn't be perfect. I heard Don and Mike speaking about the Black Swamp fines. And as cool as those are, would I want to spend the money on something that it's so perfect? It's like Don said, it almost looks like it's fake. People say, oh yeah, this one here, this has character. Yeah, it has character because it's beat to shit. That's the character. It hasn't been handled well. The character is someone messed around with this and it's been thrown and, you know, gone every which way but loose. And there's staining and, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm just glad that Dave said something on his channel because I've been saying that for eons. People don't just buy the card and not the grade. Otherwise, you would just buy a PSA 1 or you'd buy it raw. You buy what you can afford in that grade. And sometimes you upgrade. Sometimes, I did an entire base set of Carl Yastrzemski, all his Topps cards. And I bought the highest one that I could afford at the time or wanted to pay at the time. And basically what I did was I completed that run. Now, because he wore jersey number 8, I want to get them all in a PSA 8. Am I nuts? Yeah, it's going to cost me a lot of money. But I can use some of the PSA 6s and 7s and 5s and 4s. I can use them to sell off and maybe upgrade. Maybe if I have to sell off 5 to get 2 or even 1, it may be worth it. So it was good to hear Dave say that because I've never really been a big advocate of buy the card, not the grade. I'm always like, no, buy what you can afford, buy what you want. So anyways, that's enough rambling from me. Again, happy Memorial Day to all my American friends. Stay safe. I'm going to release this tomorrow, Saturday. Skipping out on a few legends. I got to get back into it. I'm going to release this Saturday morning, and that's all I got. From the Yaz, have a great weekend.